Hey there, Stampin' Friends. Hello, good morning. Come on in if you're with me. I was having some technical difficulties this morning. So it is Jody Breckbill, Stampin' Queen. I am live here in my studio this morning. It's not summer camp week, but we are going to be live together to hang out for a little bit and focus on some painterly pears. And since you all loved Fun Fold Friday last week, I'm bringing back more fun folds. So if you're on with me, come on in, say good morning or good afternoon or good evening. If you're catching the replay, make sure that you're commenting replay so I can swing back and say hi. So hopefully everyone recovered from our amazing virtual summer camp last week. It was so fun to be on live every single day. Good morning, Connie, and good morning, Lori, Cindy, Hilda. So happy to have you guys on today. So we are going to do some fun folds today, and I have a lot of projects. So we're going to just get crack-a-lackin' right into it. But I wanted to let you know that we are working with the Painterly Pears suite. This is an online exclusive, and I saw that the designer series paper is sold out at the moment, but it will be back in stock within the next couple weeks. I believe it's like mid-August. We should be seeing it again. But this is an online exclusive. And so you can get the bundle, which has the stamp set, and there, of course, is the dies that go with it. I honestly have been working a lot with just the paper and the dies. I've done a little bit of stamping with these pairs, but a lot of the sentiment, but mostly with the designer series paper. We have this gorgeous gold and mossy meadow glimmery ribbon. We have super pretty gems. And then, of course, there is a pack of DSP. Now, I have used it hard and heavy, so I don't have much left. Like, that's it. But these pairs are made to work with the die cuts. So if you're not into coloring, but you like that artistic look, you can just die cut these out. And that's what I did for a lot of them. Now, I wanted to make sure that I mentioned Painterly Pears because this is going to be part of my Creative Stamping Collective in August. And so that's coming up. That's Friday, friends, right? August is Friday. Can you believe that? I heard somebody told me today that school around here is starting on the 19th. It's like, that's crazy pants. Nobody's getting summer anymore. So where is school started where you are, or is it starting soon? I mean, that seems awfully early to me. But I guess that is how it is. So anyway, Painterly Pears, this is my creative stamping collective. I am teamed up with 11 other demonstrators, amazing demonstrators. We kind of feel like this might be our favorite one so far, which is funny because I really wasn't going to get this bundle, but I got it. I got the stamp for free on the incentive trip. And so I'm like, well, let's go ahead and get the rest of the components and see what we think. So this will come out in August. It will be available for 1 month. Either purchase, you can just grab the tutorial. You get all 12 tutorials here, which will have video tutorials, dimensions, product, everything that you need to know to create all 12 of these projects. And then you can just purchase that outright. It's $15 for all 12. You can just get the tutorial. It's an instant download, or you can earn it for free with me when you shop during August for $60. You get this automatically for free. Am I making sense? I'm realizing that I did not put my focus settings on, and so I'm getting a lot of text messages. So I'm sorry about that. I normally put my do not disturb, and I totally forgot to do that today. Okay, so I wanted to make sure that's why we're going to talk about Painterly Pears. You're going to see that information come out on Friday for that. These are phenomenal. These are just little thumbnails, right? You can't even see the true beauty of all of these projects. They're just so yummy. It's going to make you want to like grab a big juicy pear and just take a bite. So good morning, Vicki, and good morning, Pat. So glad to see you on here today. So we have 5 projects. So let's get started. All right, so hopefully I have everything that we need here. This one is one of my favorite projects to do because it shows both sides of the designer series paper, so you don't have that guilt whenever you want to use one of the pretty sides and cover up another pretty side. So we're going to use uh, what is your name? Basic beige, one of my favorites. And we're going to do a little bit of scoring. Now, I may have forgotten to write my notes to myself. So let's just double check here and see where I'm going to put this score. 4 1/4. Okie dokie. So we are going to score 4 1/4. So I think it's 5 1/2, 5 1/2 by 5 1/2. Score one of the sides at 4 1/4. Don't worry if you do not have a pencil or pen to write that down, because all of these projects go on my blog with details for you, so that afterwards you can just hop into my blog, which let me see if I can get it to scroll across the screen. There we are. Okay, so that's at the bottom. You can hop into my blog. You'll see the pictures, you'll see the recipes, the dimensions, all that good stuff. So good morning, Colleen. So we've got our piece of designer series paper here, and we're just going to attach that to this little card front flap. And I also took a piece of basic beige that is just about a 1/4 inch smaller than this little flap, and I embossed it ahead of time with the exposed brick, I believe it's called. Now that is sticking out just a tiny, tiny little bit. So let's trim that down. Oh, maybe I can't trim it down. Yeah, that's not going to fit. I'll do that later. Not a problem. I just want to take that just a little trim across the top. So there is our piece with our exposed brick already done ahead of time. Any embossing folder would work, but I really, really like this exposed brick one. I kind of wish that this was like a scratch and sniff DSP. Wouldn't that be cool if it smelled like fresh pears? Yum. All right, so this is a super easy fun fold, very easy to duplicate, recreate. This die is from the set as well. We've got these cute little rectangles for our sentiments, and then this one is part of the branch, and I'm just needing a little bit of leaf. Okay, now I'm not sure my stamps are clean. That might be the only thing. Nope, they're not. I was playing before you guys got here. All right, so we're going to do a thank you on here with Mossy Meadow. Thank you. And we're going to attach that with some dimensionals if we have them. I kind of wanted the mini dimensionals. I only have the black mini ones, but that's fine. We're going to make them work. So I'm just going to tuck this little branch right behind here, and it'll hold on with one of my Pop-Tarts, or known as dimensionals in other parts of the world. All righty. So how was everyone's week so far? Happy hump day, right? I have got some cleaning to do. I had a group at my little yellow house the last 2 weekends in a row. If you follow me on Facebook, you may have seen them. We had so much fun one Saturday at my retreat house that we went ahead and scheduled a second Saturday. So I need to go over and clean because I have a group coming in this weekend that has rented it to have some fun. So it just reinforces how important it is for us to gather with our friends. Hey, Joan. Hi, Marcia. Okay, so there is our super quick card, our first one that lets us see both sides of that pretty DSP. Okay, card number 1. Okay, card number 2. Again, remember I said you don't even have to stamp and color. This will make you look like an artist. Just die cut that right out of the designer series paper. So we've got our card base here of basic white, and then we're going to cover that up with a piece of designer series paper. So this is so pretty. Isn't that just yummy? Oh my goodness. Again, that was scratch and sniff. Just would smell like summer. All right, so we're going to use the grid side instead. And is my paper not cut right? I don't think it is. Hold, please. somehow it got cut, or it wasn't cut enough, I guess I should say. Okay, so we're going to add this piece here. Then I took a little bit of early espresso and I ran that through the corrugated embossing folder. Now, this embossing folder is gone. So if you have it, you are a lucky duck, but it is on the discontinued list. So it did not stick around very long. I can say that it's one that I probably will keep around. Usually I sell my stuff after it's retired, but I really, really like this one. Okay, so now we've got a teeny tiny little banner here, and we're gonna grab my new favorite color. Oh, Secret C. I love thee. And we're gonna stamp hello right here in this little teeny tiny label right there. Do you guys love Secret C as much as I do? Swoon worthy, that color. I wasn't sure when we first saw it at our convention. I was like, is it green? Is it blue? Like, what the heck color is it? It's a mystery. And then when I got it and I've been playing with it, oh my gosh. Oh, good idea. Joan says she always orders embossing folders first. Yes, ma'am. That's always a good idea. They're my favorites. And they're so versatile, right? It's so easy. They're so easy to work with. They kind of work with any set you might have. So we're going to take, this is again just from the paper. So the stem, the flowers, the double pairs, and this pair, all from that designer series paper. So we're just going to pop tart them right onto our card base. So this makes very, very easy to make projects. You could hand cut them, absolutely, if you're really, really good, but the dies do the work for you. Oh, I see that Corinne says that she wasn't feeling well, or your daughter was sick. Oh, you shared it. Oh, you all shared the love. Isn't that sweet? And there's nothing worse than being sick in the summer, right? I'm hearing a lot of people saying, especially sore throat going around. Yeah, it's just no fun. I don't want that there. No fun to be sick in the summer. All right. And I also think sometimes you can get sick in the summer quickly because you're in and out of the air conditioning. Do you guys find that? I know you go out and you get hot and you get sweaty and then you come in and then it's air conditioning and you kind of get cold and chilly. And I wonder if that kind of affects that people's health in the summertime. Okie dokie artichokes. Hello is going to go right there. All right, what do you think? I'm not keeping my cards on camera. Quick and easy. Oh, bling. Bling, bling, bling. So let's do green bling on this one. What are your thoughts on these pears? Did anyone else snag them? It was something different for me, which I kind of liked. You know, I kind of get tired of having all flowers all the time. And so I did. Oh, you do too. Yep, Corinne, sore throat, fever, headache. Yep, that sounds about like what's going around. So there we are with card number 2. Very, very easy. Easy peasy mac and cheesy. That's our name today. All right, speaking of easy peasy, there is a big sheet that cuts itself down well if you cut it into like 6 different different cuts. You'll get a whole bunch of the same type of card. It has a big border around it. So this is one of them. Oh, I don't have I don't have it anymore. I used it all up. So we're going to go with a new in color called Darling Duckling. Hello, darling. Aren't you just darling? Now, Secret C, so another in color. And this stamp that I really, really like. A good friend is a gift. And these are all from the same bundle. So got a couple different choices here. Friend, thank you, hello, congratulations. There's the gift one. But you could use any sentiment. That would work well. So let's go ahead and add this to a layer of You guessed it. Secret C. It's like the new black. It kind of goes so well with everything. And if you've been around a while, do you remember some of the other colors that we had sort of like this? Do you guys remember Midnight Muse? Dapper Denim? Have you been around for a while? Those were in colors we had. Did I not have scissors today? Oh, those little gnomes. My scissors. I thought I used them already. Like, did I not? Okay, hold please. That is such a mystery. I even have a special little holder that I always put my ribbon in, or my scissors in. Okay, well, that's all right. No, you didn't get the pears. Am I making you like the pears? Is my evil plan working? All right, so we're just going to take a little bit of this ribbon and wrap that around the edge here and add that to our darling duckling. Oh, it's just ducky. Okay. Cruising right along, making 3 easy peasy cards. Well, that's going to be over here in a minute. We're going to get into those serious fun folds here. Okay, then we'll add a little bit for a bow or knot. Let's just do a knot. Okay, there we are. Trim, trim. And then we'll add some of the secret C dots. So you can just whip out tons of cards quick, like a bunny. Okay, there we are. So I did a couple now from that same pattern. I have this one and this one. Okay, so that was out of the same piece of paper 4, and I think I might have 2 more pieces to do. So you could see if you just did the designer series paper, you wouldn't even really use your own sentiment, you know? So these little blooms, those are part of the die, and so is this part of the die as well. Okay. Now, before we move too far forward, since we've been talking about those in colors, did you guys see this? Hello. Our in colors are going on sale in August. I have not seen this before. I don't recall having an in color sale, especially on the brand new colors. So, starting in August, August 5th to the 31st, for that month, you are going to get 15% off of your in color products. So, that is your inks, your paper, your cardstock, your DSP, your markers, your blends, embellishments. Yeah. 15% off of the brand new in colors. So make sure you mark your calendar down. Also, mark your calendar because on August 5th, we also are going to have a refresh to our last chance list. So that means some of the items that are retiring are going to go into the last chance. Some of them might be on sale as well. So, always a good idea to pop into the online store, hop into my shop, and check and see what is last chance and if there's any good deals to be had. Okay. So here's our next card, a little fun fold. So we need to do some scoring. Let's make some space. I'm kind of hogging up my own area here. So I'm going to work with Darling Duckling and Mossy Meadow. And this is our standard card size, 5.5 by 8.5. And we are going to score at 1.5 and 5 3/4. We'll just fold these over. And they should just kind of meet there. They don't overlap. They just meet off to the side. They're having a meet cute off to the side there. Okay, let's see if that'll stay down for you so you can kind of see what I'm doing. Couple pieces of designer series paper. Oh, Breck Bill, do you not know how to measure? What's your deal here? No. All right. Well, we're leaving those off because they're not cut right. I'm thinking I opposited them, is what I'm afraid I did. I think that I cut my paper the size of my cardstock and my cardstock the size of my paper. But that's fine. We're going to make it work. This will just be a bit of a different version. So for this one, I will make sure when I put this on the blog, I will definitely make sure that I have the correct dimensions. So this one, we're going to leave off the cardstock. So I had pieces of Mossy Meadow cardstock. I'm going to leave that off and make it work for the sake of today's video. But you can see here, I added oh, I forgot my ribbon too. Woo! I'm screwing up left and right, but that's all right. You can get the gist. So I have a piece here of Mossy Meadow. And what I would highly suggest when you do this at home and you use this adhesive sheets for this one, highly, highly suggest the adhesive sheets. We're going to see if we can get our green glue to be cooperative here and just put a couple dots, not a lot, to attach it to our green. So it's a bit of tone on tone. Okay, so we'll add this here. Our many multiple hashtags. Then we are going to add that to our card base with some dimensionals. And you want to make sure that you only have dimensionals on the one side. Don't put them all over or else your card won't open, and that will be no fun for anyone. So we're going to lay that right across here. Then we have some dimensionals for our pears. And again, I cut them out of the DSP. Now I did do some stamping with them, which I will showcase to you because I have lots of samples because we had quite a fun play day this weekend. Okay, and then we're going to do our hello, keeping with the tone on tone. Actually, you know what? Let's do friend. I think friend fits in there. That'll be a little bit different. Yes. Hello, friend. So dimensionals for those. Oh, here's my little ones. They were hiding. There's my bitty dimensionals. Okay, we'll put a couple of those on. Now, for this particular card, you would put your DSP onto your cardstock, okay? Wrap your ribbon around it and then add it to your card base. I'm kind of going off topic here because I've screwed up and I'm live. And so there's not a whole lot I can do, but work with what I have. Work with the screw up, lean into the curve. Oh, that's not good. Feels like a Monday when these things happen. All right, so now what I'm going to do instead is make a bow. So we're going to be a little bit different than this one. We're just going to do a bow. See if we can do ourselves a cute, tiny, little shimmery, beautiful bow. Thank you guys so much who are sharing. I so appreciate it. Thanks for letting other people watch me mess up my projects. All righty. Now we need a glue dot and we should be ready to rock and roll. Hopefully this is the only one I've messed up. There we go. Make and do, right? Okay, so we've got our cute little bow there. And there's our third card, right? Just a little bit different. So there's your two options. Work with what you got. Okay, now, oh, I'm losing things. Here we're going to really get into those fun folds, okay? There we are. So hopefully everything's correct, but you're about to find out. Sit on the edge of your seats and see if I screwed this card up. All right, so we've got pretty in pink. No. No, see, I'm already screwing up. It's not pretty in pink. Hold on. Help me out, friends. The name is escaping me. Petal pink. Phew. I was live with you every single day last week, and now I act like I don't know how to do a video. All right. Yes. Thank you. Thanks for sharing. I do. I really do appreciate that. Okay. So we should have 10.5 by 4.25, and we are going to score at 2.5, 3 3/4, 6 1/4, and 7.5. And again, don't worry. Hey, Marcia, don't worry about trying to write these all down, okay? Because it will be on my blog. So now I need to make sure that I have the correct, because they are not the same size. Your top and your bottom are not the same size. So my bottom down here is the bigger side. So this is going to fold forward and back and forward and back. Okay. Make sure I've got them nice and crisp. Got my scores all good in there. Okay, that's not too hard. So far, I have not screwed that up. So now we need to just do some building. So again, more die cuts because I love it. Because I love die cutting. We're going to add this panel to Secret C. And I think these are 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. But have no fear, I got you covered. But they are squares. I do know that. Okay, there we have that. This will be our bottom for the inside here, which actually I'm wondering if I might have done that wrong. And in that case, I don't care. So it's not too big of a deal of which panel goes where. I really don't think. If you've got your bigger one on the bottom or your bigger one on the top, it really doesn't make too much of a difference. But just know they are not equal. So now we're going to take our top panel. And we want to have our adhesive just at the top. Don't put your adhesive all over the whole thing, or otherwise it will not open. So that one's going to go here. And then this one is going to go under here. Okay. There we go. And then this would be where we can write our sentiment for a friend. So that one's going to go right down here. Okay, so it should close like that. Yes. Okay, doke. Now let's get out Secret C again because it's my new best friend. I love it forever. I love it so much. I want to marry it. Okay. Hello. Lionel Richie singing in your head. And add this circle. This is done with the stylish shapes. So we'll add this one to the top panel. And then we're just going to build our pear builder. And again, I'm just using some dimensionals. So we'll just pop tart those together. Now we do have, this does have a stamp. Also the little flowers, they've got a stamp too. So if you've got it, you can stamp it or you can use the designer series paper. Either one. I'll show you some. I think I told you I have some samples here where I did stamp them. Okay, there's our pear. I just can't make them look that good. Even if I use blends and blending brushes and all that, I just can't make them look so beautiful and watercolory. Okay, there's our little flowers. And then, oopsie, let's get some gems on there. Beautiful, beautiful gems. So I'm going to use the Secret Sea ones. I'm having a hard time. Are you going to work better with that? Yes, you are working better that way. Okay, what you think of that fun fold? Ta-da! And it will fit in an envelope. Okay, so there is card number, I don't know, 4? Yeah, 4. So we have one more. Okay. All right, I don't want to lose all my bits here. I did write notes to myself. All right, that way I can get that post up for you guys in case you want to make these yourself. So this one, we have got Old Olive. And this one should be 10 3/4 by 5.5. And we're going to score at 1 5/8, 3 1/4, 7.5, 9 1/8. Okay. So we're going to fold in and fold out. So fold in, fold it in, fold it out. Make sure you do that bone folder on there to break those fibers so it's nice and crisp. Okay. Oh, I didn't show you the project. Here we go. There's our project. And then it will open like a so. Ta-da! So let's do our layers here. And get that layered onto some more Secret Sea because I did tell you I'm in love with it. So in love. Okay, so we have one panel is a little bit bigger than the other. And this one, I'm going to stamp my sentiment on. So I'm going to do that friend again. A good friend is a gift. Okay, so when we put this together, we want to make sure, again, we just have right here, just on that edge. And also, this is my little caveat to say, these are not my ideas. I do not come up with fun folds. Some beautiful people have math in their head. They're just blessed and they're able to create these. I am able to follow along and share them with you. Here's our inside panel. So we can write a note to friend. So that is going to be a bit smaller so that the white does not stick out. If we did that the regular size, our 5 1/4 by 4, the white would be sticking out. And so it's just a little bit on the inside so it doesn't stick out. Now adhesive on this edge here, right there. And then they will just kind of do a little bit of a fancy overlap to each other like that. Don't you love it? Thank you so much, Nora. Thank you guys for watching. I'm so happy that you're here for fun folds. I don't like crazy pants fun folds. I just like ones that are interesting and don't cause me a lot of mental turmoil, which is these. So I'm like, okay, I can definitely figure out some math and do a little bit of scoring, but I don't want ones that are going to make my brain hurt. Okie doke. So getting those Pop-Tarts on again. And we're almost done. Almost done. So if you're just coming on, welcome, welcome. Thanks for visiting us. I'm sharing the Painterly Pears online exclusive suite. That's what we're working with today. Okay, there we go. Now let us get ourselves, let's use the yellow dots this time. So a couple of those yellow dots there. And that is all that we need to do. Aren't they cool? Oh, I did add on this one, I did add a bit of linen thread on there with a mini glue dot. Okay, so I can do that. I can come back and do that a little bit later. Actually, that's not right. What is happening? Okay, there we go. It didn't want to lay quite right. Now, what did I want to share? Okay, don't lose my note to myself because I need to write that on the blog. I lost my train of thought for a minute. Let me find my projects, my other projects that I want to share with you. Okay, so real quick, we'll just show the cards that we made today. There's a fun fold. There's a fun fold. This one. This one. This one. And this one. So there are 5 cards today. Wow. All right, but I have some more. All right. So here's one I actually did the stamping. So I stamped the pears, and then there's an inside one, this one right here, to fill it in. So I inked that up with Darling Duckling, and then I sponged a little bit of green on there. And it really kind of looks like a pear. How about that? Okay, so there we go. Here's another one using our new banners, and I did the same. This time I stamped those with Darling Duckling, Soft Seafoam, and Petal Pink. And I thought they look yummy enough to eat, don't they? Okay, this one here with the arches. And that I stamped. I haven't done the stamping with the big one. All right. And then I have another one, but I was missing a die set, so I couldn't make that one. All right, my friends. So as a quick reminder, if you're just coming in, August 1st, we'll start the Painterly Pears Creative Stamping Collective. That's my 12 tutorial bundle. You can purchase it for $15 or get it for free with your $60 purchase. 12 projects using this suite. Amazing projects. They are stunning, gorgeous. And so that will be available starting in August. And then August 5th, we will start our 15% off of our in color sale. So thank you so much. Oh, somebody asked how Beans is doing. She is actually laying in the sun right here at my window, taking a little bit of a sun bath. So growing like a little bad seed. So thanks for asking. But she's doing very well. Did I tell you that she went to the vet and she became a girl? So I didn't really look very closely when she came in. She was, pretty much dying. And so I just went into mode of like trying to take care of her and make her better and just kind of automatically called it a boy. And so I went to the vet and they said, "Are you sure it's a girl? Are you sure it's a boy?" And I said, "Well, not 100%. I didn't really look." And they came back and said, "She is a lady." So we're still keeping her name Beans. Her name is Lady Beans now. So anyway, all right, friends, thanks again so much for joining me. I will not be here next week because I am going on vacation. So we're going to take a little trip in our tiny rocket ship. And I might pop in with some stuff just to share with you, but I don't know that I will be able to be 100% live next week. So that's what I have. I'll make sure you come back and visit me, and I will see you next time. Bye, everyone.